WMAZ Morning starts now.
Looks like most of Central Georgia is clear, but we do have some rain moving in from the west. I'll be tracking all of these storms with you coming up.
Well, polls open in just over 24 hours for Georgia Senate runoff. We show you words from candidates and tell you about the last-minute campaigning.
How one Macon bar decided to take safety to the next level. We show you how coasters can protect you.
And taking on too much of what life throws at us is something many of us can relate to. On this Mental Health Monday, find out how you can help de-stress your very own life.
Well, good morning and happy Monday. You are looking live over a great start to the day right now in downtown Macon. The time's now 6:30 on this December 5th. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanya Reese. Thank you so much for staying with us. It's my understanding, I was looking at my phone this morning, that we're supposed to be getting some more rain, so wondering when it's going to come.
We're going to head to Jordan West. He'll have the answers for us.
That's right. So far, no rain just yet. More than likely, we won't see any rain during the show, but it will be after this show that we'll start to see some storms moving in. Now taking a live look in Macon, 55 degrees. It's dark outside, of course, but cloudy. The dew point is at 52 degrees, so relatively humid outside. Over the past 24 hours, we didn't really see much rain. Some of our northern counties saw some rain, but you can see now you're starting to see some light blue pop up here in this green. That's from the showers we're already seeing making their way into north and western central Georgia. Looks like our north and west counties will be the first to see some rain, so we'll be tracking that with you over the next few hours. But hey, got lots of rain associated with this system out in the southeast. Got high pressure to our north, warm front to our south, setting up for the perfect conditions for some rain this morning. Here's our year departure, upwards to 2.5 inches of rain total. So technically we are a little bit above average, but nevertheless still in a drought. All I'm saying is we could definitely use the rain. I'll be tracking that with you coming up in your full forecast.
All right, thank you, Jordan. In just one day, the speeches will stop, the rallies will wrap up, and we will know who will win Georgia Senate runoff, Raphael Warnock or Herschel Walker.
Until then, both candidates continue to use these final hours to get their message across and get your vote. Each is holding rallies across the state. Incumbent Raphael Warnock is defending his seat against the GOP's Herschel Walker.
This election is about who is competent and who has the character to represent the people of Georgia.
Is heard. That's what I'm telling you to do right now. We got to get out there and let them know we're sick and tired of this. It is time for us to get people in Washington that's going to become leaders.
Well, after about a week of early voting, more than 1.8 million people cast ballots, which is about a quarter of Georgia's active voters.
Tomorrow morning, we'll follow the runoff races closely for you, from Milledgeville City Council race to the Macon Water Authority seat in District 2. And the nationally watched race for who represents Georgia in the U.S. Senate. Molly Jett will report from Senator Raphael Warnock's camp, while Anthony Montalto reports from Herschel Walker's watch party. We'll also have analysis. Ashlyn Webb will be using the election tracker to show you where the votes are coming from across the state. And UGA political science professor Charles Bullock will join us live in studio to bring context to the trends that we are seeing. So I want you to join us tomorrow morning, December the 6th, starting at 5 a.m. right here on 13 WMAZ, your source for election results.
And don't forget, for more information leading up to tomorrow's runoff, you can find our Georgia 2022 election guide. It's on 13WMAZ.com, and we can send that guide right to your phone. All you have to do is text the word VOTE to 478-752-1309.
It's 6:33. Let's get a check of your state news now. This morning, the search continues across the state for an inmate who vanished from a work site on Friday. 27-year-old Recoria Wills has been incarcerated at Metro Transitional Center in Southeast Atlanta, and authorities say she walked off from a work site on Friday in Marietta. If you have any info as to where Willis may be, you're asked to contact the Georgia Department of Corrections and not to approach. A 15-year-old boy was shot and killed in Clayton County Saturday night. The report came in for a person shot in front of a building along Citizens Parkway in Morrow. This was at a site where students from several Metro Atlanta high schools came out. When officers arrived, they found the teen already dead near the building's entrance from an apparent gunshot wound. Clayton County police say one person was removed from the party, then came back with another suspect, at which time multiple shots were fired at the building, one of them killing the 15-year-old. A man trying to be funny on Facebook got himself locked up last Thursday. The Rockdale County Sheriff's Office posted their most wanted list last week, asking for the public's help in tracking down the alleged criminals. That's when Christopher Spalding went on the post and commented, quote, "How about me?" ? The sheriff's office saw the comment and confirmed he had 2 outstanding warrants. They replied, "We're on the way." Spalding was arrested on warrants for felony violation of probation. The sheriff's office says the top 10 most wanted list is compiled based off of the severity of the charges only.
Well, a Macon bar is trying to provide a way for people to protect themselves from date rape. One unattended drink could lead you to being taken advantage of. So Brandon Lawler, owner of JBA Bar and Venue, says they created coasters that can double as a date rape drug test. Lawler says he made them to prevent date rape from happening and try to create a safer downtown Macon. He says they are free and hopes that every establishment in Macon will eventually carry them.
Take these in your pocket, your purse. You can just, if you're here and you're going to another place and you feel comfortable here or maybe not somewhere else, take it with you. You don't have to do it here, but it's just having it to make people more comfortable and safe, not just here, but everywhere.
Lawler says the test detects the date rape drugs GHB and ketamine. Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network says symptoms of being drugged with those substances can be difficulty breathing, feeling drunk after just a little bit of alcohol, nausea, and loss of memory. In other news, visitors to Indian Springs State Park in Butts County are not able to go to the park's spring house, which the park is well known for, after the well got vandalized. Some people at the Artisan Well say that it has healing effects, a belief going back to the Creek Indians. The vandalism happened right before Thanksgiving. Park officials say the dome that covers the well was smashed, and now the water is open to contamination, so people won't be able to enjoy their drinking, cooking, or healing water until a new custom cover is built.
There's people where this is like the water they want to drink all day, every day. So having this damage and having to go through the custom process does put a damper and disappointment with the community to have to wait to get the water that they like so much.
The assistant park manager says they aren't sure yet when they'll be able to reopen the well. Well, a sad story. Macon woman has now lost 3 sons in 3 years to gun violence. The most recent happened Saturday night when 22-year-old Tyleek Young was found shot and killed near 3rd Avenue. His 19-year-old brother Jordan Young was shot in the shoulder and he's expected to be okay. Sean Watts Jr. was shot and killed on Greer Street in Macon back in November of 2021. Felicia Young's other son, Malik Young, died in a shooting in November of 2020. Both Sean and Malik were 24 when they died. Coroner Leon Jones says Tyleek Young marks Macon's 62nd homicide this year.
It's 6:37. Tomorrow, commissioners are scheduled to discuss a draft proposal on stricter rules to keep downtown Macon clean. The proposal says every downtown business owner has to have a contract with a trash pickup company by March of next year. Businesses can't share dumpsters unless they have written agreement. You also can't dump trash in someone else's dumpster. Any pile of trash bigger than 2 cubic yards is a public nuisance. Once they're cited for a nuisance, the owner has 2 days to remove it or get it fined. If the county has to remove it, they'll bill the property owner. If a business violates these rules, they could be fined up to $100 a day. Tomorrow, there's going to be a World AIDS Day awareness event to help teach people about HIV prevention and testing resources. While World AIDS Awareness Day was December the 1st, this event is going to be tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. It's going to be at the Douglas Theater. There will be drag performances, testimonials, free resources, and information, plus some HIV testing. Today, there will be maintenance crews working on a stretch of I-75 South down in Peach County. Crews will be repairing 2 lanes in the southbound between milepost 150 to 156 today through Thursday from 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. The nearest crossroads of the work will be Sardis Church Road to State Route 49. If you're driving around that part of the area on the interstate, definitely expect some delays and definitely take your time moving down the road.
Well, coming up, our morning reporter TJ Anthony shows you how you can take what life throws at you and de-stress a bit. Stick with us to learn more about self-care and how that could look for you in this week's Mental Health Monday. And today's your last chance to get a look at the Perry Winter Dog Show. We show you what dogs and trainers are competing for. Right now, the time is 6:39. It is December, but if you go outside, you're not going to feel like that.
It's Christmas in the South, Caitlin. You gotta love it.
That's right. Nice and warm and a bit humid out there, Jordan.
It is humid outside, yes, and it's all because we have a stationary front sort of over us, and then we have that warm, moist air coming in from off the Gulf of Mexico, but even starting out a little bit chilly because of that cold air coming in from the northeast. So got a lot going on. I'm gonna break it all down right now. Taking a live look now in Dublin. Temperatures out there in the mid 50s, 55 degrees to be exact. Dew point is at 50 degrees. So yeah, relatively humid out there. It looks like much of central Georgia as a whole is clear, but we do have some rain coming in from our north and west, some yellow and green there on the screen up there, crossing the Alabama and Georgia line, eventually making its way towards just like Atlanta, Peachtree City, Zebulon, Thomaston, slowly but surely. It looks like we have a lot of rain over much of the southeast. That's, again, all thanks to this warm front that we have here to our south. That's bringing in that warmer, moist air from the south northward, and then we also have this high pressure bringing in cool air from the north southward. So we got a lot going on here, but the driving factors of these two systems combined is what's creating all of this rain that we are seeing now, of course. But temperatures aren't going to change much, and that's all because we have a lot of cloud cover overhead. When clouds are overhead, temperatures don't change really well. When there aren't clouds and there's more sunlight, we see more of a heavier diurnal or more a stronger temperature gradient throughout the day. But as of today, we are going to see some rain moving in, even headed into the afternoon hours. It's 12 o'clock. Looks like most of the rain will continue to be for our northern counties throughout most of the day. As we head into 3 o'clock, a few isolated storms could make their way down south a little bit more, even a wave moving in around 10, 11, and into the overnight hours. But by 4 a.m., looks like once again we are in our northern counties. But Tuesday will be a little bit of a different story because it's more of a widespread event compared to Monday. So more rain chances, I would say, are likely Tuesday, but probably the same amount of rain overall. And as we head into Wednesday, more of isolated storms headed throughout the afternoon, but overall not high rain chances at all. We're tracking that with you though. As we head into the next few days, we are going to see that potential for a few waves of rain, especially according to the European model. The GFS doesn't really think there will be. As we head into Sunday, once again, the GFS is showing some rain to our north and west, but the Euro is showing plenty of rain over central Georgia as a whole. But we'll just see what happens in the end. But as terms of severe weather, it doesn't look like we are going to see much of that. Lightning and thunder will be very limited today with the rain moving in. Temperatures are in the mid-50s still, and dew points once again are also in the mid-50s, mostly down to our south associated with that warm front. But today's high getting up to the mid-60s, tonight dropping to 55 degrees, a little bit on the chillier side. Drier air will move in as we head into Friday. Moist again Saturday, drier air again Sunday, but rain chances over the next 3 days for now with highs in the mid-70s.